It is great to have back Daniel Head, the athletic director at Coastal Alabama. Daniel, we have not talked since November, and a lot of things have changed, and a lot of things haven't over the course of that time. So good to have you back on.
Thanks for having me, Robert. It's always a pleasure, and appreciate again all you do for our athletic department and the product that you put out for us with our live streaming and broadcasting is second to none for what we have at this level, and we appreciate all you do.
Man, I appreciate that very much. Thoroughly enjoy the sports, Coastal North and Coastal South. And of course, North now encompasses what was Coastal East. All right, let's talk about the first and foremost most thing on the minds of folks ready to get into a newly renovated gym there at Coastal Alabama South. Still got a few holdups. So when do we think we might be able to get in and play basketball?
We're down. We're kind of day to day right now. We're anticipating hopefully next week to be in there. We've got a few, just last minute hiccups with some inspections and fire safety things that we're kind of trying to move past and get taken care of, and then just some final details of the facility. But we're anticipating having basketball games in there within the next week, hopefully. But again, I've been saying that for probably the last 2 months. So this seems a lot more realistic. I mean, I can only go by what our contractor and project managing team and all that are telling us. And so, like I said, we're down to the final details, crossing T's and dotting I's and stuff like that. So we're excited. It's going to be a great facility. Obviously, the delay, just creates a little anxiety that we're kind of in the middle of basketball season and haven't been able to use the facility yet. But short-term problems for long-term benefits or things that we're that's all in a matter of progress, and that's progress is a good thing. And so we'll manage it. It's not a big deal.
You go through life, you work long enough, you're going to run into those situations, those frustrating, if you will, years. This has been an odd one for Coastal Alabama South because, two, you couldn't play this week because the team that you would play tonight, which we're recording this on Thursday, the 18th of January, they're stuck up in North Alabama because of the weather. So it has really been an unusual year.
It is. We're used to the weather issues during baseball and softball season. Very familiar with that with the South Alabama weather outdoors, but very rarely do we have situations where weather is canceling indoor sports. So, but that does not have anything to do with the indoor facilities. It's more or less due with the we want to kind of make sure that our kids are on the road or are going to be safe, and we don't want to put charter buses on the road with anticipation of icy weather and things like that. So we can adjust a day or two, moving a schedule to ensure that our kids are safe and sound.
All right, let's go back to the gymnasium and you be our eyes because we haven't had the opportunity to go in and see the facility. So what are some of the noticeable changes from the prior look to the current or the new look?
Um, well, the facilities had it's a total gut out renovation. So, nothing in there is the same as far as the color patterns, the way things are. But we added a new main entryway that's really nice. We extended that out on the front so that you got a really cool lobby. It's got a nice circular desk area where you walk in like an information desk there in the main lobby, and it's really modern, and our design team did a great job of putting that together. All of our locker rooms have been redone. They're really nice. They have the LED lights that you can do light shows in the locker rooms for to choreograph it to music, and it's really cool for the players. A lot of nice things that our kids are going to have an opportunity to take advantage of. Brand new training room. We have 2 weight rooms now. We had basically one weight room that faculty, staff, students, everybody shared. So now we have a faculty, staff, student weight room, and then we have an athletic weight room, which is nice. And so it'll give our students that aren't athletes more of a more access, because they in the past they've had to work around the student athlete schedules and things like that. So there has been limited access for students and faculty to work out. So now just all of our students and faculty and staff here on the campus will have access to that facility. And then, it'll give us more more freedom to do what we want to do in the athletic weight room for our teams. A lot more space and things like that. All offices are new, brand new gym floor. I think you'll like that with our new branding designs. Bleachers, goal. I mean, everything's brand new. We got a nice 12 seat scores table, video board. It's going to be nice. And just the design and the modernness to the building. I think everybody's going to really like the look, some of the designs, the color schemes, the logo, the branding is going to be, really nice. All brand new lockers. All of our teams will have nice facilities for that. So we're just, that was an old building that had, built in the 50s, 60s that, had a lot of infrastructure issues with heating and cooling and lighting and power and all these different things. And so it was time for an overhaul, and that has taken place. And, we're excited about the long-term future for the Jack Robertson Arena.
You mentioned brand new floor goals. Are they still attached to the wall, or do they sit out on the floor? How do they look?
They're the same system. They're connected from the ceiling. They raise up and down. So that'll be a little different. That'll be the same. We're not. We don't have enough space between the wall, the barrier walls and the baseline to put the stand up goals per se, that I think I know what you're talking about, that you see it that are portable kind of.
Right.
So we looked at that, but that was not feasible based on the facility that we were working with.
All right, let's talk about seasons. We focused a lot on Coastal South, and that's because of the renovation to the new gym. But let's bring in Coastal North as well. And when you talk about Coastal North, we're looking at the ladies who are having a very good year. As a matter of fact, 11-9, and to me, that's a deceptive mark. They could easily be a 15 and something, or maybe a 16 and something team. And in my eyes, they might be the team to beat in Division II women's basketball.
What a testament. Coach Armstrong and her program. They've had some dark days during COVID over the last 3 or 4 years. Just kind of, it really, several issues, and they just haven't, had this on the court success. I mean, our first few years they were really good and had a lot of success, and then just a lot of things, a lot of issues and variables that were challenges that we were having to deal with. That caused a little bit of a setback with the program, but coach has stayed the course and has always trying to find a better way to run a program and do things, and she has just been committed and done a great job of just keeping blinders on and bringing in good kids and working hard with the program, and it's paid off. And they are starting to carry over. They did a great job in the classroom this fall, and also carried over onto the court. And we're just thrilled for the progress of that program. I mean, like I said, they're 11-9 overall, and they've been in every game. Collectively, there's like I said, most of their losses are just single digit losses that down to the wire. And the kids really are bought in and invested. They compete hard. They play hard. They just, they're a good collective group of kids that we, enjoy being around. And, we're proud of what they have done so far, and we hope that the best is yet to come. So we're excited. They're sitting second place in the conference, and their one loss in conference was a Sneeze State, and it was, coin flip game came down to the end, and we were just a little short up there. So, like I said, I mean, I think that Division II level, women's is wide open, and that helps. Splitting Division I, Division II over the last 10, 12, 15 years. I mean, it's been Shelton State and everybody else. So it's kind of refreshing to see some other programs have an opportunity to win a conference championship and have a chance to move on and compete for going to national tournaments that haven't really had opportunities in the past, which is why we chose to compete at Division II level. We were not the type of program and then our athletic program role is not really built for that division, NJCA Division I model. So this is a testament to the changes we've made, and it's helped our programs be in a much better position to be successful.
Let me say to you, I said it to Coach Armstrong, I think kudos to the team. In December, they were playing Albany Tech. A little fracas breaks out on the floor. Albany Tech, every one of their bench players come out on the floor. I got to admit, I'm thinking, well, surely somebody from Coastal North got on the floor too, went back and looked, and they did not. They are well disciplined, and I think that's a credit to the coach.
Yeah, Coach Armstrong and Coach Devin Talley, her assistant. I mean, they're all in, and Coach Armstrong. I mean, talking about someone that's in law enforcement and chief police, they're going to be disciplined, and she's going to make sure they do the right thing. And I know exactly that situation you're talking about. I mean, that was you see things like that, and that could have easily caused long-term issues with the program. If our kids would run on the court, you're talking about ejections, suspensions, possibly forfeits, things like that, undisciplined teams put themselves in sometimes. And the team we played, they had some suspensions. We had to send in a report and do all this, but all of our girls were cleared. Even the ones that were involved in the altercation, they did not retaliate. One of the teammates there immediately, it's an altercation. That's what a good team does. They try to pull away from issues, not go towards issues. So, that's a testament to her program and those kids to be able to realize that they're in a little adversity and there's some distractions going on, and they put the team first and remove themselves from that incident, which helped us win a game and also avoid any more problems moving forward. So that was a great job by the kids and Coach Armstrong to avoid that and realize what was at stake.
I think I say this every time. We've got a 15-minute halftime to work with, so I've almost run out of time. We're going to have to do this again. One last question, 60 seconds to give me your observation on the men's team basketball program at North and the men and women at South, how they are faring in the first half of the season.
The men's team in the North, I think it's just a totally different team. He's got a lot of young guys. It's taken a while for them to gel together. You see them play; they might play one of the top teams in the country, and they've played some of the top teams in the country and beat them, and or been down the wire. And then they play some schools and they lose some games. You're like, how did that happen? That's what young, inexperienced teams do. They're trying to still find their identity a little bit. I promise you this: I'm betting on Coach Taylor. He's been there before. He knows what it's about. He knows what it takes to be successful. And I have a strong feeling that their best days of this season are ahead of them, and they're going to finish strong. They got a good nucleus, and they've had some adversity, and they worked hard to overcome it. And we're hoping success for them. Bay Minette, Coach Robertson. Here we go after Christmas. It happens every year. Oh, everybody writes them off, and then you come back from Christmas and they won on the road at Shelton, which every game they played this year is on the road. This team has dealt with more adversity than anything. They're on the road all year. The men's and women's teams have been on the road to Coastal South, but coaches keeping them in there. Sheldon Williams is best player in the state, player of the week 3 times back to back. They're doing a great job. Our women's team, they're 3-2 in conference. And they're hanging in there too, Coach Yelding and their program. And we've got some games ahead to figure out kind of what direction both of those programs are going. Every race is wide open, so we're excited about how we're going to finish here the last 6 weeks.
Daniel Head, AD at all the Coastals, thanks so much for being with us at halftime, and I'm sure you and I will talk again.
Absolutely. Thank you, Robert, again. first class job you do for promoting our athletic program, and I just appreciate this opportunity that you give us.
Same here as well. Thanks.
Thanks, Robert.